I think it's really important that we provide an opportunity for adopters and teachers, social workers, managers within local authorities to come together and actually focus on the needs of children, the needs of adopted children, both pre and post order actually. So we are particularly focusing today on therapeutic interventions.
I think this conference is really important in helping share the evidence base with parents and professionals. This is a field sometimes the evidence can be quite difficult to access and understand. And I've really tried to give people a sense of the neuroscience evidence. And there is evidence around different domains of functioning like threat processing and autobiographical memory. And what we're learning is that these systems seem to adapt to early adverse environments in ways that can be helpful for the child, but in the longer term they can be unhelpful and maladaptive when they're at school or they're in more normative environments. So the neuroscience is helping us to understand how that adaptation occurs and giving us some clues as to how we might help intervene to help children have a more resilient outcome.
We've heard this morning about how we might be able to mitigate against some of those early life experiences, how our partnership working with schools can support adopted children and our families. And I think it's just a crucial area in terms of ensuring that therapeutic needs of our children are met.
I'm particularly passionate about making sure that teachers have access to practical strategies so they know what to do in the classroom and that they're not feeling disempowered by some of the behaviours that they see. Behaviour is communication and the children are giving us clues as to what they need. So I feel like I'm a little bit of a translator, I suppose, so that I can make sure the children get what they need in schools.
One of our experienced occupational therapists is joining team meetings with the Kent post-adoption team to discuss the really complicated children and be part of that decision at the beginning as to what direction this child's support needs to go in. Is it psychology and psychotherapy first, or does there need to be some health screening or other therapy screening, so that we can get much wiser about the best use of resources and minimising the number of assessments that children have.
I think that working together, having parents and young people, researchers and clinicians thinking together holistically is really the way forward. And what's I think fantastic about this conference is that it is really bringing together all these different stakeholders collectively to understand what are really a set of complex needs in these children.